Today, I'm going to talk about stress. I must confess that while preparing for this talk, I have felt a little stressed myself. Do you ever feel stressed? Do you? Never. What does stress mean to you?
Tension. Anxiety.
Not being in control.
Not being able to control.
Worry.
Worry. Tension.
Fear.
Fear. Anxiety. So here are some definitions. Like you said, stress is a state of a mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse circumstances. Stress can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. In short bursts, stress can be positive, such as when it helps you avoid danger or meet a deadline. But when stress lasts for a long time, it may become chronic and harm your health. Stress is the body's reaction to any change that requires an adjustment. Stress is normal part of life. You can experience stress from your environment, your body, and your thoughts. When we are clear about the stress we experience, stress management is like riding a bicycle or swimming, simple and easy once we know how. Some of you are familiar with the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction, MBSR. This is an 8-week program that offers secular intensive mindfulness training to assist people with stress, anxiety, depression, and pain. The founder, MBSR, Jan Kabat-Zinn, I had an opportunity to hang out with him a couple of times. He's a really cool guy, teacher. He said, mindfulness can be understood as the non-judgmental acceptance and open-hearted investigation about what? Of a present experience, including our body sensations, internal mental states, emotions, impulses, and even memories, in order to reduce distress and increase well-being. It is now, as you are aware, well known that mindfulness is an effective way to manage stress. We all understand mindless, impulsive reactivity to stressful situations only generates more stress, while mindful responses decrease our stress levels. What's the difference between reactivity and a mindful response? Reactivity is from our fear and sense of insecurity. Reactivity is based on the baggage of the past and anxiety about the future. Mindful response is based on presence in the moment. Mindful response is loving, thoughtful, considerate, and less partial. Practicing mindful responses over and over cultivates and strengthens our mind power. Stress is amplified when our minds are not fully present, when they are wandering in the past or speculating about the future. Is anyone here now drifting in the past or searching in the future? Anyone? Nobody? The moment you realize you're not present, you are present. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you have, our enlightened teacher Eckhart Tolle said. Amit Ray, an Indian author, said, if you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the breath, live in the breath. Where is the one place where your problems will never follow you? Brennan. Where is the one place where your problems will never follow you? Here, now. You're problem-free, stress-free right now. Right now. Right now. Try it. Presence is our only true superpower. Sotaesan, the founding teacher of Won Buddhism, said, when foolish people have worries and anxieties, they try hard to be rid of them. But once free of worries and anxieties, they are really busy acquiring them anew. Hence, throughout their lives, there is no end of worries and anxieties. So don't spend all your time trying to get rid of them. Just stop scoring points for the other team. What are the main stressors in your life? Health, finances, job, relationships with your family, friends, and co-workers, the habit of procrastination, life transition, environmental and political issues. Life is full of stress when we feel either nothing is changing or too much is changing. There are two types of stress, and they impact us differently: acute stress and chronic stress. Acute stress. This is a short-term stress that goes away quickly. You feel it when you slam on the brakes, have a spat with your partner, or ski down a steep slope. It can help you manage dangerous situations or do something new or exciting. So everybody has acute stress at one time or another. One item on my bucket list is skydiving. So I know that experience will give me a big rush, acute stress. Chronic stress. This is stress that lasts for a long period of time. You may have chronic stress if you have ongoing financial problems, an unhappy marriage, or persistent trouble at work. Stress that goes for weeks or months, even subtle distress, can be quite damaging. We can become so used to it that we don't realize it's a problem. So that's the picture of this. We don't realize it's a problem. So imagine there are two pots over a fire. One pot contains hot water close to boiling. The other contains tepid water. A frog jumps into each pot. Which frog will survive? The first frog experiencing acute stress will jump right out of the pot and survive. The second frog in the tepid water will stay in the pot, not realizing that the water temperature is gradually increasing and killing it. Through mindful awareness, we have to investigate and recognize the gradual accumulation of stress in our minds and bodies so that we know when to jump out of the pot. How to release the stress? Chocolate, alcohol, nicotine, Netflix binging, video games, taking a nap, comfort food, hiking, or anything that offers temporary relief. I often use a pain relief patch on my back or shoulders. It feels good for a few hours as temporary relief. As for stress management through daily body care, there are 3 principles. First, eat well. Second, sleep well. Third, poop well. Eat well. Eat well. Are you eating well? I'm not talking about good food. Sleep well. Do you sleep well? Poop well? Very important. In order to work towards these 3 basic principles, attentive mindfulness and discipline are required. Physical care such as good daily hygiene, exercise, meditation, walking in nature, massage, taking a bath, and so on can help us relax so that we eat mindfully and digest well, sleep soundly, and poop smoothly. Stress management through humor. Laughter is medicine, everybody. Laughter is medicine. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Laughter can lead to a happy mind and a light heart. Laughing can actually help us live longer. Mahogany Silver Rain said, "My body needs laughter as much as it needs tears. Both are cleansers of stress." Why don't we all laugh right now? Ready, go. Could you laugh a little louder and harder, please? Okay, for 2 minutes. Ready, go, set, go. Laugh. So do everything you can to nurture and illuminate a happy, positive, grateful, and peaceful mind. I recently visited a lady who has MS. She spends her day in a wheelchair, but she does not feel sorry for herself. Instead, she feels happy and grateful. When I learned that her MS has stayed the same over the years and sometimes even improves, I could see that her positive attitude contributes to the stability of her health condition. Her face and body are filled with a positive energy, lots of smiles and joyful spirits. Stress management through meditation. Meditation is a skillful and advanced way to manage stress. We sit or stand quietly, releasing our thoughts and worries, calming our minds. Let our hands, fingers, feet be still. Take a deep breath. Meditating is easier than you think. Meditating can be done anywhere and any time. It can be as simple as taking a few quiet moments to focus on your breathing. Moving meditation, Gong. My favorite Gong to release my stress is Handshaking Gong. We did a little bit with the Reverend Ginger. Shake, 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 shake. Shake really faster. Shake. Each finger, each knuckles, every cell of your hands really kind of forget they are hands. They are not hands anymore, just a shaky movement. Shaking, moving fluid energy. Keep shake, shake, shake. Our hands are miniature of our whole body. By shaking our hands, actually, we are releasing whole tension from our whole bodies. Shake faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do you feel, Lucas? Feel better? Simple and easy. So Gong, there are many forms of Gong movement that helps us to release our stress. Yoga, stretching, walking, any form of physical moving form of meditation. And another one that I want to say a little bit today is a bowing meditation. Bowing practice can be helpful for both our body and mind care. It exercises your whole body and your whole mind. Bowing with a standing posture, slowly, mindfully, kind of release tension like kind of slow Tai Chi. Also bowing on our floor bowing, while touching our forehead to the floor, symbolizes dropping the idea, I am right. Bowing while touching our forehead to the floor symbolizes dropping the idea or desire to be understood by others. If people do not understand how hard I work for translation, sometimes I raise my voice. I work so hard, I get all the feedback, and so many people work collectively. You should trust what I did. So bowing helps me to drop that idea or desire to be understood by others. Insights for transforming stress. 1. Discover and express gratitude. Finding grace from harm. Turn stress into an opportunity for growth. Let go of expectation. Let go of expectation for self, others, and the world. Steve Maraboli said, you must learn to let go, release the stress. You are never in control anyway. Loving kindness and compassion for self and others. Miles Neal said, self-compassion is like applying first aid to a wound, and it's the necessary first step to any process of healing. So put the bandage on you first. Mr. Rogers said, In times of stress, the best thing we can do for each other is to listen with our ears and our hearts, and to be assured that our questions are just as important as our answers. 2 Buddhist insights for transforming stress. Are you listening? Thank you. First, realization of impermanence. Everything is impermanent. Stress is impermanent. It will come and go. 2, realization of the emptiness of all reality. Stress is my mind's creation. Ultimately, it is just a concept, my personal interpretation of events. Let us see the empty nature of all concepts. Let us see the empty nature of all concepts. Let us see the empty nature of stress and stressors. How do you plan to manage stress in your life? You think you have a stress? Stressors in our lives are gifts. They are gifts. They give us the opportunities to practice. Myself, I use a mindfulness chart to transform stressors into opportunities to practice. 1, I am stressed by the clutter in my working and living space, including cyberspace. Therefore, in my daily mindfulness chart, the item clean and declutter stuff, files and books helps me reduce environmental stress. 2, I am sometimes stressed by my body. Physical discomforts or low chi energy. I used to ride a wheelchair whenever I went to Home Depot because my walking was so painful due to my herniated back. Since adding daily exercise, this health issue has gotten better and my physical energy has increased. Now, no wheelchair. Can you imagine Gong in a wheelchair? Another ongoing stressor for me is reading, writing, and speaking in English. If you are one Buddhist 교무님 who was not born in America, we all share this same struggle. So my daily practice to write and read in English whenever I can. Reading books or writing talks in English also helps me to practice Dharma. This daily effort reduces my anxiety. If I don't do anything, my anxiety increases. But if I do something daily based, I feel more at peace. 4, I can be overwhelmed by my busy mind and thoughts. As a way to ease my mind, I try to drop my thoughts as much as I can during meditations. Then I evaluate the quality of my meditation when I check my mindfulness chart. Sometimes I wrote 50. 50% of the time I was able to drop my thoughts and maintain focus. Sometimes 80, pretty good today. With this list, some days work great and some days I slip away. but I'm happy to have this mindfulness chart to manage my stress through daily practice. Over time, I can see tangible progress. So, dear friends, what is your way to manage your stress? Please think about one way to manage your stress and share with your neighbor beside you. Not two, just one. Please do share. Thank you for sharing each other. Is there any special method or skillful way that you learned from your friend? Yes?
My neighbor said that when she feels stressed, that she inhales, holds it, and then lets it out, and I asked her if I could borrow that.
Oh, that's a very simple but very good one. Thank you. Yes. Anyone else? Yes.
Yeah, exercise, like walking, swimming, along those lines.
You're doing it, Elias?
Well, my partner is, and so I'm going to try and emulate her.
Yes, beautiful.
The realization of impermanence
Yes.
is very important. Things get over.
Yes, yeah. Some folks can realize the impermanence after 1 hour or after 1 day, but if you can realize that after 5 minutes, you'll be stressed out only for 5 minutes.
Thinking back to things I was stressed about 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm here now.
Thank you. In conclusion, please open page 9 in our chanting booklet. Page 9. Everything I've said until now can be summarized by these 3 points in this sutra, Ilwansang vow. Anyone can find what are these 3?
Cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, and human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully.
Yes, let's read it together. Cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs, universal principles thoroughly, using our minds and bodies skills. It's called threefold practice. First one is calming our minds, calming our delusive, stirred, flighty, drifting minds. Second one, knowing, means cultivating our insight, wisdom. And then third, using means actually action, application, not only knowing about what's the best way to manage our stress, but you are actually applying, doing it. Just do it every day. Our founding teacher said, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas may take the world first as a resting place where they temporarily live in peace. Second, as a workshop where they take up the task of the day. Or as a playground where they pass the time leisurely and freely before moving on. Last night while sleeping, I kept scratching my arm because of a mosquito bite. Let's not become stressed over a little mosquito. Let us enjoy this marvelous ride of life at our leisure. So, see you on the playgrounds.